In this video, we're gonna go over the difference between shadowed and shadowless Pokemon cards. And when I say shadowed, I also mean unlimited or non-shadowless cards. There are some different terminology. I think I say shadowed in the video, and I'm probably gonna get destroyed by Pokemon people, and I apologize for that to begin with. The whole point is I want to show how to tell if a card is shadowless, because I didn't know how to do it and now I do. So I just wanted to share that. So thanks for watching. How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video we're going to go over the difference between a shadow and a shadowless Pokemon card. Information that I wish I knew years ago, but I recently have just been figuring all of this stuff out. I'm very new to Pokemon cards, and if you saw in my last video on this Pokemon series that I opened up a box of Pokemon cards that I've had for almost 7 years. They're all vintage cards from the late 90s, but I bought them about 7 years ago. A lot of them have actually gone up in value since I bought them. Now I'm learning about terminology, card value, doing research, and how to sell them. I posted some pictures of these cards on Instagram. People were flipping out, trying to buy them off me. I just wanted to take a step back, learn about the cards, because I never really was into selling cards one by one or understanding this Pokemon card market. So I'm using this as an opportunity to learn and share the information that I'm gaining along with anyone else that's interested in the market. So in this video, we're gonna go over the difference between shadow and shadowless, and then I'm gonna show a couple examples for like a quiz so you can test yourself if you know the difference. It's actually really simple, and I'm confident that by the end of this video, you're going to know the difference between shadow and shadowless if you're a beginner Pokemon trainer like myself. And I am not a Pokemon channel. This is a short 5 to 10 video series that I'm going to be sharing some of the stuff that I'm learning about Pokemon as I go along this journey of selling some of the cards that I've been holding on to. And hopefully you will learn something. So if you stumble upon some Pokemon cards, you can figure out, hey, I should probably buy these, or I should probably stay away, or maybe I'll buy them for cheap and put them away for 10 years. Something like that. I did want to say thanks to Master Chief 88, DMG Boots, and the Reselling Butcher for hooking me up with some of that shadowless information in the comments of my last video. I went through every single card in my collection that I purchased from a flea market for like 10 bucks, and then some from Goodwill for like 10 bucks. And then I put them away for 7 years. So if you want to check out that video, it goes through every single card, and I'll also put a link to it in the description. With that being said, if you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and let's get into the difference between shadow and shadowless. So we have two base set Blastoises, Blastoise right here. One of them is shadowed and one of them is shadowless. If you're a professional Pokemoner, I don't know why you're watching this video, you already know that this one is shadowless and this one is shadowed. There's 3 indicators that really stick out that we're gonna go over right now. So when they say shadow, they are referring to the right side of this box right here, not the actual Pokemon, because that's what I thought it was, meaning that the Pokemon had a shadow or it did not, but it's this part of this box right here. As you can see, the one on the right casts a shadow and the one on the left does not. I zoomed in on the cards a little bit more for you. As you can see, there is no shadow right here, and there is a casted graphic of a shadow on the right. With that part of the shadow, you can see from pretty far away. There's also another difference up here. You can see this font is kind of bolded, but over here on the 100 HP, you can see it's a thinner font. And the last difference between these two cards, we're gonna have to zoom in because it is super small down here. This copyright has 1995, 1996, 1998, and 1999 on the shadowless card, and the copyright on the shadowed card is 1995, 1996, and 1998. So there is that extra copyright 1999 on the shadowless card. Shadowless Blastoise on the left, shadowed Blastoise on the right. The shadowless cards were printed after first edition, but before these Shadowed Unlimited, and that variation in the card makes it different and makes it more valuable for card collectors. Mix these guys up, you should be able to easily tell that this is the Shadowless Blastoise. Now comes the fun part, it's the quiz, where you're going to see the card and guess I'll give you a couple of seconds and then you're gonna guess if it's shadowed or shadowless, just so you can test your knowledge. First card is this Chancy. If you guessed shadowed, you are incorrect. This is indeed shadowless. You can see right here on that right side of that box, and that 120 HP is that, it's that thinner font, and you can't really see it, but if I bring you up close, there is indeed a 99 copyright. But without another Chancy to compare to, I hope you got it right. It was indeed a shadowless Chancy. Next, we have a Nidoqueen. And if you guessed that this is shadowed, you are indeed correct. As you can see, that shadow right there, it is a bolder font on the 90 HP. You should be able to tell that this is shadowed from a distance. Up we have a Zapdos. And if you guessed shadowed, you would be correct. As you can see, the right side of the box right there, and the bolder HP. These next two cards I'm gonna flip up at the same time and let you decide side by side. That should be plenty of time. If you guessed shadowless on the right and shadowed on the left, you are indeed correct. I really hope you learned something today about shadowed versus shadowless cards. Did you do good on the quizzes? I hope you did. I hope you learned something. When I posted the shadow versus shadowless on Instagram, I had a lot of people say, thank you for posting. I had no idea the difference. Just like I had no idea the difference of shadow versus shadowless a week ago. I've heard it in passing, like shadowless Charizard, but I didn't really understand what it meant or if it was really a thing. I just didn't know. Now I know, now you know. Hopefully this information will be useful for you in maybe categorizing your Pokemon cards or valuing what you have or what your friends might have or what you might be purchasing. It's definitely a helpful terminology when it comes to doing research and finding comparable values or values of the cards, knowing what exactly to look up, because there's a variation that changes the price drastically. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.